Hey, welcome to the Tuesday show. I am Ultra David.
And I'm James Chen. How's everybody going?
So we have a nice little show tonight where we're going to talk about some tournaments that happened this past weekend. One of them was Northwest Majors 7.
That's right.
The other one was Double Elimination. We're going to talk about some upcoming tournaments. We're going to talk about some really gigantic news for the Killer Instinct scene.
Yes.
Awesome. I'm really, really happy for everybody involved there. And then we'll talk about some other game news, like, you know, what's going on with MK and whatever else. And so forth. Then we'll talk about the CPT a little bit. And,
yeah, that's right.
You know?
Some comments about the current standings right now.
Correct. But yeah, let's start with Northwest Majors.
That's right. Very noted for being pretty much the first real Mortal Kombat X tournament. You know. Yeah,
definitely. As far as like sort of majors go, right. Yeah.
I mean, there weren't too many people entered. I believe it was like 80-some people.
That's what I heard.
But we definitely got a preview of what is to come for that game.
Right.
So,
but that was very cool.
Yeah.
You know, it's always nice to see that tournament in the Pacific Northwest in the Seattle area. They got a bunch of people from across the country. More than I recall them getting in recent years.
Right.
And players from international places as well.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely helps being a ranking event.
I'm sure it
right.
does.
These days, being a ranking event helps a lot of these events, in my opinion. So,
right.
And, you know, like you said, a lot of international players made it out to here. Northwest Majors has always largely had a very, very strong anime game scene.
Yeah.
So, Guilty Gear and, you know, Persona, Blaze Blue. So, a lot of players who came out internationally were renowned, you know, Guilty Gear players and Blaze Blue players and such. So, of course, for Guilty Gear, Ogawa came out here, and which was amazing because he's basically said that America's not worth his time.
Said that in the past. Yeah, he has.
But he made it out, and Dogura, of course, came out as well.
Right.
As did Koji, K-O-G,
right.
who came out for Street Fighter.
Yeah, but he also plays Blaze Blue.
Oh, does he? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Guess who he uses?
Tager.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, you know what? It was Pat the Flip who pointed out that maybe his nickname really isn't K-O-G. Maybe it's supposed to be Koji. Right? Because his name is Koji.
That makes a lot of sense.
So his name is Koji.
It's like KSK, right?
Yeah.
Like his name is not too dissimilar from KSK.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
KSK,
KSK.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So you know, that's probably true, but
that'd be funny.
You know, we'll just call him Koji KOG. No
I'm sorry, it's already stuck.
Yeah, I know. You can't control how it goes. So.
Yeah, exactly. It was really cool to see how many players were there for not just Street Fighter. I mean, I heard that the Anime Air Dasher games got more players than Street Fighter did.
Nice. Skullgirls got a lot of people there too.
Skullgirls was very popular there. I watched it, and there were a bunch of people cheering. You could hear it on stream.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's sick. I mean, I don't know. I think that's really cool for that game.
Right.
So I was really happy with how that looked like it went. So.
Okay, well, let's get into the results here if you want.
Sure. Do you want to start with SF4?
Yeah, just do Street Fighter 4. Yeah.
You know, sure, you can just has it as in this list, and we just sort of rattle it off in whatever order they did. So let's do that. Top 8 Northwest Majors Ultra Street Fighter 4. 8th places were CCG Air with Poison and Ryu. Did try Ryu. Then SRKUW Fawaz with Viper. 5th were AG Native Impact with Hawk and Tempo Chris G.
You're going to be hearing that a lot.
Sakura Elena. Chris, 5th
place Chris.
Oh, yeah. 4th place was Arturo Sanchez. NeoGaf TS Sabin with Dalsum and Rose. Then was PHLPN with Rolento, Cami, Ken, Abel, and Sagat. Dang.
So much for the rumor that he was going to try to stick to a smaller cast and focus on certain characters.
That's what he said after
I know.
South by Southwest. We had a whole conversation about it over dinner.
Well,
but okay. Anyway, he got 3rd place. He got to winner's final, so hey, not too bad. Then NeoGaf Koji KOG with T-Hawk got 2nd place. Winner of the whole thing, E.G. Justin Wong with Rufus. Was it just Rufus?
I think he mostly just used Rufus.
Dang.
And it's just always one of those things, like, as soon as I saw him win with Rufus, I was just like, man, all of us keep telling him to stop using Rufus, telling him to, like, change characters, use someone better, and he keeps winning with Rufus, and it's like...
you know, it's like
hard to convince
it's like
him,
with his
you know?
Marvel team, right? Like
Yeah.
everybody told him for like 2 years, look, man, you gotta pick up a better team. And then he won Evo with that team. So okay.
Yeah. I mean, congratulations to him. Good to see
Yes.
him to take an event like this. It's been a while since he's had a decent performance like this at Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, I see a lot of people in the chat talking about it, that the competition may not have been necessarily as strong as some of the other events, like some of the premier events and stuff like that. Regardless, there was a lot of good players there. Taking first place on an event like this is still, you know, it's good to see that Justin is still a little bit on his game, you know what I mean? So,
I know he's really been trying to concentrate, well, maybe until MK, but for a long time he was playing SF4 a lot because he didn't want to be free in SF4.
well, and also, you know, the Capcom Cup, there's a lot of money on the line. So
Definitely figures in, for sure.
Yep.
That was so, I mean, good job to him. Koji KOG getting second place.
With T-Hawk.
And making people mad while doing it. People
Well, I mean,
are like,
Native
oh, he
Impact,
doesn't have fundamentals.
Dude, Native Impact was up there too, right?
Yeah,
so,
Impact.
I mean, T-Hawk.
T-Hawk is a good character. I mean...
It's so funny because at one point in time I was playing a lot of T-Hawk and I did really bad with him.
Did you?
And I played too slow. I played too logically with him.
Yeah.
Because it seems like you have to play Koji or Native Impact style. Like, both of them have very similar kind of YOLO T-Hawks.
I feel like you can play Hung B-Hawk and be pretty good.
I want to believe it too. I want to believe it.
But I mean, definitely people who have the most success with that character are very fast-paced, mix-up players. That's definitely what both of those guys do. So, but it was a lot of fun to watch. I thought, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was cool. I mean, I just thought I like seeing Koji KOG. He's kind of nutty. It's fun.
Yeah.
Very tough to get a prediction on him.
You did see the grand finals, the way that Justin won, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the double KO to take it.
That was pretty great.
Poor Koji.
Yeah.
That's a terrible way to. And he traded with an Ultra too.
Right.
He traded with an Ultra, and it was double KO. Justin had won a round, so he ended up taking it off of a.
That's how it works. Yeah.
Oh man.
LPN getting third place, really big for him, I think, to get to winners finals. Obviously, when you get to winners finals and then you lose one set and then the next, that sucks, and like you feel bad. But I think it's nice to see him getting into winners finals in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, obviously South by Southwest just made it so that a whole bunch of people just doubted him, and now, I mean, unfortunately, he's become kind of like a meme in the FGC now, right? Because people make fun of Mike Ross because Mike Ross was championing him, and you know, if Mike Ross champions you and you don't do well, then that's just like your fodder for being made fun of just by association of Mike Ross, you know. So no, but like you said, it's really good that he did well at this tournament. I'm super happy for him. So.
Yeah. I'm also really happy for Art. He has been doing so well in fighting games lately.
He makes Dalsum not look like a bad character.
Yeah.
It's so funny because when he played against LPN and LPN went with Rolento, so he was like, let me go with Rose. And he went with Rose, and his Rose got bodied by Rolento. And then he went to Dalsum, and I was just like, this is such a mistake.
Yeah.
Rolento is going to blow you up. And then he did so good. I was like, how did you make Dalsum like fight Rolento? I mean, he lost in the end, but he fought him.
He was really close. If I recall, Rolento did the EX overhead, whatever it's called. I don't know any of his move names.
Right.
Which is punishable. And Art went for the punish, but he was too late, and LPN had matched out Ultra instead, and so the Ultra won.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
but I mean, if not for that, you know, he was very close to moving on. Actually,
so I mean, dude, Art makes Dalsum not look bottom 5.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you've long said Dalsum is bottom 5. I've always thought he was kind of bottom 5, but watching Art like brings back flashbacks of annoying Dalsum.
Yeah, so. It's great. It's awesome to see. Good stuff for Chris, getting up there. Native as well. When Native travels, he tends to do pretty well, it seems. I don't think he travels very often, but when he does, he seems to do pretty well. So that's cool. Yeah. Anything else to say about...
I mean, some people are asking, do we have any comments on Koji blowing up everybody from the States? You know, like everyone he played, he just kind of beat up
I mean, he plays a very unusual style.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very different style than even most T-Hawks. Even you watch Native play, and it looks like a similar style, but there's just like a different quality, I think, of the kind of mix-ups that Koji KOG does. It's not surprising that people get caught off guard. It's not.
It's really interesting because he plays a very point blank T-Hawk, in which when he's right next to you, he will do everything that you're not supposed to do when he's right next to you. And then when he's far away, he does everything you're not supposed to do when he's far away. So when he's close up to you, he condor spires, like point blank, because you jump or you backdash or you do all sorts of things. Every time you try to gain that distance, he's just condor spiring, like in point blank range.
Right.
And it's just one thing that, like I said, as a T-Hawk player, I don't do. It's just you get in close, you're like, gotta SVD him, whatever, stuff like that, because you're just thinking standard grappler. But he's like, I got in close. I know you have 90 ways to escape, so I'll just condor spire, and I'll catch you out of backdashes and also. And he caught a lot of people by that. And then when you hit him in those situations, they're like, why would he spire there? You pause for half a second, and that's all he needs for ultra, and then you're dead. So
yeah. I also really liked his use of Spire in footsies. He uses Spire to beat things. Nobody does that. But I mean, it's not bad at it. I just don't see other T-Hawk players actually doing it. I see them using it for mobility, or for pressure, or to chase or something. But he beats footsie buttons with it. Wow.
I mean, it's exactly like Kazunoko, right? Kazunoko has that reputation for being crazy and wild and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's a method to Koji's madness, and it works really well. So, I mean...
Look, at the end of his set against LPN, when LPN did EX Tiger Knee and got close, and then did Dragon Punch, and Koji blocked and punished and got the win... I mean, I would have done that DB. For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the one time he's not going to match something out.
Right.
No.
Exactly.
I definitely do that. I mean, maybe I, give him a little bit more time first, rather than just, doing immediate DP, but... Yeah.
But that's kind of an interesting counter pick. I mean, obviously, everyone loves Koji's reaction to when LPN picked it. But, I mean, do you even think that Sagat beats T-Hawk really well?
It's certainly nothing like Eve.
Right.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. He has way better options against the guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that guy was super fun. I remember he made it out to Evo. Was it last year that he was out to Evo? And he would run around the stage and do all sorts of crazy things. He's a great personality. And, I know Kim1234, who's from America, lives in Japan now. He often talks about this. It's a topic he loves to bring up, is that the Japanese players need more personality. They need to show that kind of side because they're very serious. They take it because it's like their job, and they're very, serious about it and stuff. But guys like Koji and like Tokido and these kind of guys, I feel like are doing a lot of really cool things. So.
Agreed. And by the way, he did really well at Evo.
Koji, KOG? Oh, yeah, he did.
So it's not a flash in the pan kind of
thing. Oh, yeah, for sure.
The team tournament was won by Vicious, Brent, and Alex Myers.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Good stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Guilty Gears, the one up next.
Yes.
Okay. Top 8. Again, from the bottom. Banana Ken, 7th place with Elfelt. A.K.A. also up there with Zato. 5th places were T.S. Nerd Josh with Elfelt and Pain. Ebony, 800 Yen Pain with Ramlethal. Then 4th was Chaos Nakiel with Soul. 3rd place was SLP David Q with Zato. Then 2nd place was NeoGaf Dogura with Soul Bad Guy and Leo White Thing. And 1st place was NeoGaf Ogawa with Zato 1.
No surprise there. But, I mean, when you looked at the top 8, I mean, I think it was 1 Ramlethal, 1 Soul, and 3 Zatos and 3 Elfelts or something like that. Like the characters that they main.
Yeah, 3 Zatos, 2 Souls.
Oh, it's 2 Souls.
2 Elfelts. And Ramlethal.
Okay, yeah. So, Zato, Elfelt, both very strong characters. Soul, strong characters. So, it's really going to be interesting to see when the 1.1 patch comes out. So, I'm really interested to see how that's going to go.
Right.
Because Zato is just, look, he's good in every Guilty Gear, but that's just because his character archetype is just that way. And it's just when you play against him, it's so oppressive.
Yeah.
having Zato be good is fine, but the problem with it is, you know how I always talked about characters like Fuerte and Zangief, if they're too good, they're the fun killers, they're the ones that make you quit games. Like, playing against a good Zato is kind of that way, too, because you're just like, hey, I'm in block stun. I have no... Oh, there was a hole there and you command grabbed me, which led to your unblockable, and now I'm dead. So, it'll be interesting to see what happens when it gets patched. Yeah.
Do you know if he's going to get nerfed? Has that been...
Yeah, he got nerfed, and I know a lot of people like L.I. Joe and stuff like that who use Zato, saw like the list and were just like, God, like I remember Joe was like, does Ogawa even think he's even playable anymore? And stuff like that. So he did get nerfed, but I think Ogawa was still doing fine with him in that version. So I don't think he's gonna. Huh. I just don't feel like that character can really get nerfed that badly. He was only pseudo bad in one game, and it wasn't even really that bad. So.
Well, I watched it. I mean, I don't know the game that well, so. I don't know if I have anything to say about it, but what did you think?
I actually didn't get to see it in the top 8.
Man, okay.
I didn't get to see it in the top 8 actually. Oh no, wait. Oh, I remember. I had it on, but I was trying to unlock Shinnok in the story mode, so
okay,
I couldn't watch it because I had to unlock Shinnok for our show yesterday. So I was like trying to glance over at the same time, but then I would glance over and it'd be like QTE. Oh crap, and it was like. Yeah, so I didn't actually get to watch it as closely as I wanted to. I just got to glance over a couple of times. So
that's funny. It was fun to watch, for sure. Okay, I mean, like I said, I don't know the game very well, but it was fun.
I really like, by the way, Beautiful Dude on commentary.
Yeah, he does a good job.
He does a really good job.
Agreed.
I remember, which event was it? There was one in the Midwest. It was it was Frosty Faustings when him and Clage did it. They were both really good. Like, I really liked the combination that those two guys were doing. So, yeah, I'd like to see them stick with a lot of that stuff. I know, obviously, Beautiful Dude is trying to be good at the game, Right. So, of course, and Clage, frankly, both of them want to be in top 8 and stuff like that. But as commentators, I thought both of them were very good for the game. So
I really totally agree. Anyway, no surprise really that Ogawa won.
I missed your armpits, Josh. I didn't.
Oh man, Josh.
The Chris G of Guilty Gear at this tournament. So
he got 5th. Is that what you're saying?
He got 5th. Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Nah, but I mean, he's done super well at every event that he's gone to so far, Josh. So I'm super happy for him. So
good job, dude.
That L-Felt technology, dude.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it was really cool that Ogawa came out. That's awesome.
Everybody's here. I see Team Chaos is here too.
Sick. Okay.
So Northwest Major sucked, dude. It was so bad. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, learn how to stream. How do you even become a commentator? Total luck, folks. Total luck. All right. Well, you want to move on to Marble?
Sure. No problem.
Okay, well, a slight issue in here, but
well, I'm pretty sure I know who finished first and I know who finished top 3. Do you know who finished it? Once you get up there, I can rattle it off.
I think I recall, actually.
Yeah,
but okay.
Okay, go for it.
So, anyway, top 8 from the bottom. Ratana from up there, 7th place with Magneto, Virgil, Doom. Yeah, for sure. Gibril with 7th with 0, Virgil, Dante. Tempo, Chris G, 5th place. Morgan, Doom, Virgil. MC, GC, Yoshi, also in 5th. Chris, Sentinel, Spencer. Then BE, Kane, Blue River up there, back in the States for his yearly trip.
Yep.
All around town. Hulk, Sentinel, Hagar, 3rd place.
Filipino champ.
Yep.
Filipino champ. Finally defeated at Northwest Majors after winning every single one of them. But, he had some really strong competition this time, obviously, from... What's going on?
I don't know.
And then 2nd place was Cloud 805.
I'm sorry, I'm just watching the chat. 2nd place was Cloud 805, and then winner of the whole thing was Justin Long.
Yep, exactly. So Justin Long took first in both games. Very cool, very good stuff. So
it was cool.
Also happy for Cloud as well. Always doing super strong there. So like I said, it was just the main thing to me was just Filipino champ not actually winning this time. That was definitely one of the major stories because he's won every year. But I think he lost to both Cloud and Justin. So.
I was happy for Kane because he beat Chris G.
That's right, yeah.
And then he was playing against, was it F-Champ who eliminated him finally?
I think so, yeah.
And I recall there being like a couple of opportunities that he missed, and then blah, blah, blah. Or maybe, are you sure it wasn't Cloud?
It might have been Cloud. Oh, yeah, it was Cloud. It was
right?
Cloud.
Yeah, because I think I remember Virgil come back and he felt bad. But whatever, that happens.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I feel like Cloud is really, really good, and he's like one of those top half dozen players at this point. But
yeah.
I mean, he hasn't won a major, right?
He's won.
Did he win a major? I don't remember.
I don't know if he's won a major, but I think he's definitely won some sized events.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, fair enough.
I mean, to me, you know how like, you know, there's the gods of Smash Brothers, and Leffen is kind of jumping into that now, so he's kind of like sixth in there. You know, Marvel, there was the five gods, and you know, there's definitely a lot of people on that doorstep, and I feel like Cloud 805, he's not there yet. He's not one of the gods in the game yet. Okay. Because he needs to start winning lots of events. Okay. But he's definitely up there. He's capable of beating any of them. Let's just put it that way.
What did you think about his Infinite? Did you see this? On Filipino Champ?
Oh, I heard he timer scanned him.
Yeah, dude. He got a Dante TAC Infinite going, starting at like 40 seconds left, and he just did the whole thing. Got to like 200 hits and the whole thing until the very end, and then he did $1 million into whatever Dimension Slash I think it's called for Virgil, just to like run out the time even more. And then there were like 8 seconds left, and like. Filipino Champ got one hit, but not enough, and it was like, but it was cool to see like that strategy paid off.
Right.
It was cool.
Yeah, I mean that was one of the things that people had talked about with the Infinites early on was, you know, timer scamming ability, especially. I mean, this is not even a TAC Infinite, but freaking what's his face, Spencer's Infinite, which takes like 17 years to complete. You know. Right. Like, you can't even kill somebody before time runs out. Right. But no, that's super smart. It's really smart to do that, so,
yeah. By the way, I thought Hanzo Gonzo on commentary was pretty good.
Oh, yeah? Oh, okay.
I did.
I didn't hear.
Oh, well, I thought he did a pretty good job.
Okay, cool. Good stuff. And, of course, super happy for GC Yoshi getting really high in there. I know, like, I'm such a fan of GC Yoshi, and I know he's a fan of mine as well. He loves me to death. So,
does he hate you?
Yeah, he really does.
Really? Why?
I don't know.
Have you ever talked with him?
I've talked, not recently, but on Twitter, like, he just, like, yells at me all the time. So,
oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know why, so, but whatever.
Whatever.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah, anyway, people thought Hanzo was terrible? I really didn't think so.
Really? I don't remember hearing a lot of it.
I really didn't think so, but, okay. Oh well. Let's move on to Melee, I guess?
Sure.
I have top 7 for you.
Is there someone missing?
I have top 5, I should say.
Oh, interesting.
Not top 7. Fifth places were Liquid Chillin' Fox and Bladewise Peach. Fourth was SFAT Fox. Third was Mac D with Peach. I really like watching Peach. It's cool. By
Peach is dirty.
Just to say. Pew Pew Yu got second with Marth, and Silent Wolf won the whole thing with Fox.
Wow. Okay, so Pew Pew Yu got second, huh? Because Pew Pew Yu has been doing really well. He did really well at a recent tournament, and getting second place here, which is really cool. Yeah. I was gonna say something, but okay, no, I can't think. I lost my train of thought. So.
Okay. All right. Well, good work over there. Let's talk about MKX.
That's right. So first real major for MKX. Yeah. Non-invitational.
Right, and not single elimination, one game online.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. So top 8, they were Corn Footwork, 7th place with Hellfire Scorpion. 7th also was EGP Crazy with Devora in Swarm Queen. 5th place, Tempo Chris G. Deceptive Reptile, Bojutsu, Kung Jin, and Inferno Scorpion. E.G. Justin Wong, 5th place also, Thunder God Raiden. Then Shujinki Dink got 4th with Summoner Quan Chi. Rio 3rd with Spec Ops Cassie and Ancestral Kung Jin. I don't think that worked out though. Then Slayer got 2nd place with Bojutsu Kung Jin. Winner of the whole thing was EGP Wonder Chef with Summoner Quan Chi.
That's right. Ban the testers.
Wonder Chef.
Ban the testers.
Dude, I'm really happy for him because I feel like sort of like didn't feel like he belonged up there, or like maybe he like felt like he wanted to, but like I don't know, you know. So he wins this thing. I'm really happy for him. Yeah. I think that's super. I know he put in the work for sure.
One of the most impressive things to me about the way that he went. Okay, I only saw grand finals. I only saw after the reset because it was on at 10 a.m. in the morning. There's no way I was going to be up at that time. I only saw the grand finals because my cats woke me up because they were hungry. So I fed them and then I watched the grand finals. Yeah. And then I went back to sleep.
Dang.
But dude, lazy bones. The thing that was impressive to me was that he started losing it, like in the second set.
Yeah,
he was going down, and all of a sudden it looked like he was figured out and everything, and then he was able to pull it back. So that was actually pretty good. That's very good, because sometimes that mental game is a lot harder than a lot of people realize. You know, once you start losing and you start feeling down on yourself and like, what's going on? I can't win. You know, it's very easy to get destroyed in that kind of situation.
So, sure. Yeah. I was also really happy for Slayer because that's a Southern California Grand Finals. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same thing with Marvel too. Southern California Grand Finals.
You know it. Same thing with the guy who won Street Fighter 4.
Southern California. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
SoCal.
Not in other games, but hey, there's a few. Kung Jin seems really good in Bujutsu right now.
Dude, he gets like 40% damage off of a neutral jump punch.
He gets damage off everything.
Yeah.
Stand ones turn into big damage. Yeah. So, I mean, he seems really good. But so does Summoner Quan Chi. But look, it's really early, and these are like the obvious characters. Mm-hmm. It sounds silly to say Summoner Quan Chi's obvious, but I think he kind of is, at least compared to other characters. Certainly Bujutsu Kung Jin is. So the top four were Summoner Quan Chi, Bujutsu Kung Jin, Ancestral Kung Jin, Summoner Quan Chi.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, just from my online matches that I play, like, beating Bujutsu Kung Jin is hard. It's really tough. And it's just one of those things that, you know, he's going to be a really good character at first. But because he's such an obvious good character, he probably won't turn out to be the best in the game.
Yeah.
And everyone's going to develop strategies on how to fight him.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just going to be one of those situations again. I have a funny feeling he may turn out to be similar to like a Wesker in Ultimate Marvel Capcom 3, where everyone's like, Dark Wesker loses shades, 3 X Factor, he's so good, and now Wesker's like completely irrelevant. Right. I don't think Kung Jin's going to become irrelevant, but I just don't think he's going to be as good as he is right now. So
I agree with that.
Yeah.
You know how he can do the EX overhead wake up and it's safe? The EX overhead thing, it's plus on block. But you can run under it. You can actually do strings, forward moving strings, and move yourself under it while still pressuring him.
Right.
Yeah.
And see, that's another thing.
That's
too,
that's stuff that people will figure out.
Yeah, wake up armor is so good right now, but even when we were testing out yesterday, people are going to start finding out so many ways to blow that up, because like I remember someone even sent out that video, not the one that you tweeted out today, but it was like last week someone sent us a video of Ferrator beating armors just with back 1-2.
Right.
Back 1-2-1-2, because it was just 1-2. It's like super fast, so it just beats armors if you media it properly. So once people start getting good at that stuff, dude, the whole game is going to change.
For sure.
Yeah.
Totally agree with that. But I thought it was a lot of fun to watch. Justin Wong got destroyed! Did you see the Test Your Might tweet about that?
No.
So they were live tweeting, all the results, right? Somebody beats somebody gets eliminated by. And then when Justin lost, it was Justin Wong gets destroyed.
I heard he lost like barely to Arya.
He was barely, it was close.
It was like down to the last round or something.
It was.
Like that, yeah.
It's just, it's a funny sort of artifact of BS left over in that scene. So,
dude, someone's talking about how swole Combo Fiend is now.
Oh.
Dude, that guy.
Yeah.
So, true story, at Northwest Majors, right? I was supposed to commentate with Combo Fiend, right? Not Northwest Majors, at NCR. NorCal Regionals. Supposed to commentate with him, and he's just sitting there in his like super tight t-shirt or whatever like that. I was like, man, I gotta go commentate next to this guy. He's like swole or whatever like that. At least I'm dressed up, so I'll kind of match it. And then at the time of commentary came around, he changed into a shirt and tie.
Yeah.
But he changed into a small shirt, so he looked swole in his shirt and tie. And I just looked at him. I was like, really? I thought I had one advantage. He's like, "No, man. If you're gonna wear shirt and tie, I gotta wear shirt and tie too."
That's funny.
It's like, no. Oh man. Yeah,
he's put in a lot of work.
I can fill out those shirts, but in a completely different way. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, but I mean, it's funny because I was talking to him. He says he's just like built up this culture of working out at Capcom. Like, he's gotten Matt Dahlgren and Hans into it and stuff like that. So it's actually really funny.
Yeah, good job for him. Good job for him. Mm-hmm. So that was MK. Hopefully it'll be interesting. Oh, I wanted to mention some of the players who weren't in there.
Okay.
And because that's Tom Brady went there and he didn't get top 8. I think that was certainly not what I expected after having seen him play it early on. But
that's right.
There's a lot of volatility in that game right now. So we'll see how it all shakes out.
Yep.
Under Night and Birth EXE late. Yeah.
Best person in the States, right? First place.
I mean, it's like I wanna challenge, but
he's won every tournament he goes to, so
yeah. Anyway, it's 2 gigabyte. Took that thing. Did you watch it? I sort of was going back and forth between this and whatever else was on at the time.
I didn't get a chance to see it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I liked Arturo doing commentary on it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Arturo's just a good commentator in general, whatever he commentates on. So.
Yeah, he got fourth. He has a lot of understanding in the game, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that was really cool. 3 Hildas, top 8.
3 Hildas. Huh?
I remember when this game came out, and I was like, I think Hilda's really good, and people were like, nah.
Dude, how is she not?
But she's really good, folks. I mean, she's not the best, obviously. But,
yeah.
Anyway, Persona was won by Banana
I mean, interestingly enough, though, the results of Uniel never really coincide with the whole, Gordo, Merkava, Waldstein theory of them being the best. It's never that way. So it's really interesting.
I mean, Footwork got 3rd. He had Gord.
Right.
Merkava, Klim got 5th.
Mm-hmm.
But
outside of that, so
that's how it seems to be how it works.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Hilda's top 10. That's a good way to put
it. Awesome.
Oh, she's really good. Bananakin won Persona with Shadow Labris.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that happens. Yeah, so Skullgirls. I watched the last several.
Oh, cool.
Really good.
Okay.
It has turned into such a fun game to watch.
Oh, okay.
And
nice.
like with the recent resurgence of, got how many people here. There was a $1,000 bonus at Combo Breaker. It's going to be one of the main stage games.
It's second in registration right now.
Right.
They said it's second only to Street Fighter. So
it's such a fun game to watch. Yeah. It's so fast. There's so many resets.
Yeah, that's actually my biggest concern about the game.
I mean, and you're right, because it is super reset heavy. And if you're not familiar with it, which I'm not, because I don't really play it now, there were a lot of times where I was like, wow. Like, dang, I would not have blocked that in a million years.
Well, the other thing, too, is that if you're not familiar with it, it all just looks like one gigantically long combo. Like, there's no indication that there was a reset that took place.
I mean, a combo counter goes.
Yeah, but sometimes you just don't even notice that,
I mean, certainly that's after the fact. So.
Right. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But it was really good. The Kill Sage won.
Okay,
with
cool.
Fukua and Sarabella.
Nice.
Yeah, with Squiggly Big Band. Dude, Squiggly... Oh, you were telling me about some cool Squiggly tech, but I really like that character.
Yeah, so she has that move...
Squiggly Big Band seems fun.
She has that move where she puts herself into the middle of the stage, so she scrolls the screen, like literally just scrolls the screen so she's in the middle. So I guess a lot of people aren't utilizing it enough, and Mike Z just made a video himself. It was like, look, here's some Squiggly tech. This is what you can do with this if you use her as an assist.
Oh, yeah.
And, dude, he came up with some sick stuff, like pain wheels flying out the other side of the screen, and she's just hovering there, and Big Band sitting there. He starts a move that's like an anti-air, so far, not going to hit him, but then he calls Squiggly, and it just slides pain wheel over and gets hit by the anti-air, and it starts a big old combo.
That's too good.
Yeah, and he basically also did a lot of combos that, like Sarabella has that move where she spins and punches you and launches you a screen away. Calls the thing, pulls you back in, turns it into a corner combo, stuff like that. Yeah, he just had a lot of like little cool technology like that, and there's just a lot. It's just one of those games that I always watch, and I always see people like doing the same stuff. I feel like people aren't experimenting enough with it, but I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, yeah. All right. Sounds good. Then in BlazBlue, Dogura won it. I mean, it's not a big surprise, of course.
Uh-huh.
Grand finals of Evo and all that, and one with Azrael. Koji Tager, 4th place. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Tech Attack Tournament 2, Incog won it. Brian Bob. 2nd place was Adark Jimmy Tran.
Why didn't they just call him Mr. Naps?
Or Emphy. I don't know.
He doesn't even go by Emphy.
I mean, I don't think he goes by Naps anymore either.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's just whatever.
So he only went by Emphy for 3rd strike.
I know,
too,
yeah.
Right? So, yeah. Oh, man.
Well, that's all that's on here.
Okay,
So,
cool.
Okay.
No,
It seemed like a really good event, folks.
Yeah,
to watch it seemed like
Yeah, really cool. So.
Yeah, good work to everybody out there. Shout outs to Team NeoGaf, aka Shada, just getting people.
Was he? I mean,
I don't know. I haven't talked to him about it, but that's just what I assume happened. Let me know if I'm wrong.
All right. Do you want to take a break before we talk about double elimination and such?
Sure.
Okay, cool. We will be right back as soon as I figure out what button I'm hitting here. There we go.